Okay, so we're talking about doing transformations of quadratic functions, and this is assuming that you've looked at the vertical translations and the horizontal translations. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of look at some problems that on Alex that have one or the other, maybe both of them in there. So this is kind of a warm-up problem. So we've got this one right here that shows the graph of y equals x squared is shown. All right, so that's this right here. Translate it to get the graph of y equals the quantity x minus 3 squared. So you have to be able to look at this and recognize that when you have it, when it's inside the parentheses with the x term, that's that x minus h form that we were talking about. And so that is going to move it to the left or to the right. And it's x minus h, where the way you think about it is this 3 right here is your h. So that means that that's going to be the x coordinate that I'm moving it over to the right. So if it's x minus something, it's going over to the right. If it's x plus something, it's going over to the left, because that's like x minus a negative thing. So that would be a positive. So let's take this, and we are going to move it over 3 spaces. I am not an expert with Alex. So, and then I'm going to look at this, all right, the graph. So A, that looks pretty good. All right, let's look at B. The graph of y equals x squared is shown. Translate it to get the graph of y equals x squared plus 5. Now, when the transformation is plus something to the outside of the variable, that's plus k. So that's going to move it in your y direction. And if it's plus 5, that means it goes up 5. These make a little more sense than the h's, where it's kind of like the opposite of what you see. So plus 5 means it's going to move up 5. So we're going to take that, we're going to move that thing up 5, and then we're going to check these. Excellent. Let's try a couple more. All right. So now we're moving and putting it all together. All right. So below is the graph of y equals x squared. We have a horizontal translation. It looks like we're moving it to the right 1 unit, and then we're going to move it up 4 units. So we're going to take this, we're going to go 1, and then we're going to go up 4. All right, so remember, this is always your left-right translations, your horizontal, and then your plus k, which is this plus 4, is always going to be your vertical translations. So if it's plus 4, that means it's going up 4. If it were negative, it would be going down. All right. Excellent. Look at another 2 problems, and then we'll be done here. Below is the graph of, that's our parent function. Translate it to make this, all right? So we got x plus 5. So that means that that's x minus a minus 5. So we're going to the left, all right? 5 units. So we're going right here, and then it's plus 1. So that is going up 1. Very good. All right, last example here that we're going to try. X plus 1 squared minus 2. So this one that would be the same as x minus a minus 1. All right, so we're moving it over to where minus 1 would be, which is right there. And then minus 2, and remember with the k's, if it's positive, it's going up. If it's negative, it's going down. So this is going down. And there you go. And I think what's important about these problems is that they're laying the groundwork for teaching you vertex form, in which case we're gonna realize that this h and this k term actually are very related to what your coordinates of your vertex are. All right, so that's to come, and I hope these helped you out a little bit with just reinforcing your vertical and horizontal translations.